For centuries, the Arctic was the ultimate test of human ambition, a desolate, frozen frontier that promised glory but delivered only suffering. It was a place of crushing ice, whiteout blizzards, and the terrifying knowledge that rescue was impossible. Yet today, this formidable wilderness is being conquered not by grit and fur, but by gourmet cuisine and floor-to-ceiling glass lounges. We are witnessing the rise of the ultra-luxury polar expedition, a travel phenomenon that has married the planet's most extreme environment with the world's most extravagant comforts. This is the story of how the once impossible journey to the ends of the Earth became an exclusive 5-star cruise, and the pressing questions that follow this extraordinary transformation. The ultimate frontier, from sacrifice to sanctuary. To truly appreciate the current era of polar travel, we must look back. The history of the Arctic is written in tragedy and ice. Think of the doomed voyages of Franklin, the desperate sledging of Peary, or Amundsen's grueling effort to conquer the Northwest Passage. These expeditions were feats of physical endurance, requiring years of planning and often ending in failure. Survival was the only luxury. The cost of admission was measured in human lives. The Arctic remained largely a preserve for scientists, military bases, and rugged adventure vessels. It represented the last untamed spirit of the Earth. Modern technology has rewritten this narrative entirely. The introduction of ships with robust PC-6 and PC-5 ice-class ratings, combined with advanced navigation, has fundamentally erased the existential threat of being trapped in the ice. The experience of confronting the frontier has shifted from a battle for survival to a curated, high-definition encounter with nature. The modern expedition vessel is not a fragile wooden husk. It is an armored, floating fortress of warmth and safety, designed to take you to the very edge of the map in unparalleled comfort. This is the core paradox of ultra-luxury polar travel, facing true wilderness while completely shielded from its brutality. The new fleet, technological marvels of opulence. The new generation of expedition ships are masterpieces of naval engineering, purpose-built to navigate the planet's most hostile waters while indulging their privileged passengers. Designed with a low guest count, often fewer than 200, these vessels maximize wilderness access and minimize footprint, creating an exclusive feel. Their performance is defined by seamless technology. Features like dynamic positioning systems allow the ship to hold its place without dropping anchor, protecting the fragile seabed. Zero-speed stabilizers counteract the motion of the ocean, ensuring your dinner service remains undisturbed and your sleep is restful. Their ice-class hulls, constructed with reinforced steel, crush through multi-year ice that would shatter lesser vessels. These ships are, in essence, floating research stations and 5-star hotels combined, where every single design choice prioritizes both robust safety and decadent luxury. Step inside and the contrast is breathtaking. You move from the cold, white world into an environment of polished wood, Italian leather, and avant-garde design. Cabins or suites, almost exclusively featuring private balconies to ensure every guest has a front-row seat to the passing landscape of glaciers and icebergs. The heart of the ship is often a 2-story glass-domed observation lounge, designed to showcase the 24-hour Arctic sunlight or the ethereal dance of the Northern Lights. Dining rivals the best global restaurants, featuring multi-course tasting menus curated by celebrity chefs. Some vessels even boast onboard wellness centers, complete with infrared saunas, snow rooms, and heated outdoor infinity pools, allowing guests to soak in warmth mere feet away from freezing seawater. This level of opulence ensures the only struggle you face is appreciating the sheer spectacle of the Arctic while enjoying peak human comfort. The extremes of experience beyond the deck. The high price tag of these ultra-luxury expeditions is not merely for the pristine sheets, it's for access to the impossible. The activities offered go far beyond standard Zodiac boat tours, transforming the voyage into a true, multi-dimensional exploration. A crucial component is the onboard aviation and subsea fleet. Many of these ships carry their own helicopters, used to ferry guests to remote, untouched areas. Imagine landing on an active glacier for a private champagne toast, or being flown over the pack ice to spot migrating pods of whales from above. Some vessels are equipped with small, state-of-the-art submarines capable of diving deep into the frigid waters, allowing guests to witness the mysterious, bioluminescent ecosystems thriving beneath the ice. Other offerings focus on education and raw immersion. Guests kayak silently among colossal icebergs, often guided by expert marine biologists who provide real-time commentary on the local wildlife, from seals to the elusive narwhal. Citizen science programs allow guests to actively participate in research, collecting data on water temperature or plankton samples, thereby justifying the trip as an educational contribution. For those seeking the ultimate rush, the mandatory, highly photographed polar plunge, a quick jump into the near-freezing ocean water, is managed with surgical precision. These are not passive vacations. They are active, curated encounters with a planetary system few humans ever get to witness. The goal is to maximize the sense of discovery, pushing the boundaries of what is physically and logistically possible for a civilian traveler. The price of paradise. Decoding the six-figure cost. Why does a 2-week polar expedition cost as much as a new luxury car? The answer lies in intense, complex, and specialized operational costs. The price tag, often ranging from $50,000 to over $100,000 per person, is a reflection of the extraordinary logistics involved in maintaining safety and minimizing environmental impact in the most remote place on Earth. Firstly, the ships themselves are the most expensive class of non-military vessel to build and operate. The reinforced hull and ice-breaking capabilities come at a premium. Secondly, safety is non-negotiable. Every expedition carries highly specialized personnel, ice pilots with decades of experience, doctors trained in remote emergency medicine, and a large team of naturalists, geologists, and historians who provide continuous educational content. This high crew-to-guest ratio is a major factor. Finally, redundancy is immense. Every piece of equipment has backups, and the fuel consumption for a heavy ice-class vessel is substantial. These trips are all-inclusive by necessity, with costs covering flights to distant embarkation points, specialized gear, and the necessary permits to operate in protected polar waters. You are paying for the guarantee of safety, the assurance of the highest luxury, and the privilege of accessing a world aggressively inhospitable to all but the most prepared. The ethical paradox: exploration versus preservation. This rise in ultra-luxury polar tourism brings with it a critical debate: the ethical paradox of visiting vulnerable environments. The irony is stark. The pristine nature that guests pay a fortune to see is simultaneously threatened by the very act of their visiting. The primary concern is the carbon footprint. While the newest ships strive for fuel efficiency, the logistics, including supply flights, helicopter use, and the energy required to heat and run a luxury vessel, result in a massive per-passenger carbon emission. Critics argue that this consumption-driven travel accelerates the very climate change that is melting the ice the tourists have traveled so far to see. There is also the risk of localized pollution and noise intrusion on delicate wildlife, particularly marine mammals like polar bears and seals. However, the counter-argument is powerful and often articulated by the expedition companies. They contend that this form of high-cost, low-volume tourism creates a powerful financial incentive for conservation. By witnessing the beauty and fragility of the Arctic firsthand, these influential and wealthy travelers are converted into conservation advocates. Furthermore, the revenue generated helps fund research and supports local communities reliant on the polar ecosystem. The money from the expeditions supports stringent environmental protocols, and the ships act as platforms for crucial scientific data collection, bridging the gap between exploration, education, and preservation. The challenge for the future is to ensure that the preservation component always outweighs the consumption. Conclusion: the new age of Arctic majesty. The Arctic extremes represent the ultimate intersection of human ingenuity and natural majesty. This is no longer the territory of desperate hope, but of bespoke adventure, technological superiority, and unmatched luxury. The journey to the North Pole is now a curated educational masterpiece, allowing a select few to experience the sheer, terrifying beauty of the planet's final frontier, all while enjoying the comforts of the finest hotels on Earth. It is a trend that challenges our understanding of exploration, wealth, and responsibility. The ice is waiting and the ships are ready. If this deep dive into the paradoxical world of ultra-luxury polar expeditions captured your imagination, be sure to give this video a like. Share this video with a fellow explorer or adventurer. And most importantly, subscribe to our channel for more fascinating looks into the extremes of travel and technology.